Hello, hello, hello. It is Tuesday morning and it is bright and sunny here in South Dakota, and I'm so excited. And today I want to talk to you about the one thing that I really want you to remember this week, okay? And this is like overarching about all the tips out of everything I've ever tell you. I want you to remember this. And here's what that one thing is. Oh, actually, let me erase for a second. Before I get too far in case you don't know me, I'm Rachel, and I help moms lose weight. I'm super into sugar busting, and I'm going to help you find time to work out even when you feel like there is absolutely no time in your day. So if you're just jumping on live right now, let me know you're here. Send me a comment that says, hello, I am here, and I want to know what you're going to share with me today. So like I mentioned, I'm going to talk to you about that one thing that I really want you to think about when it comes to your health and fitness. And that one thing is, are you ready? Drum roll. The first 10 times you do something, it's going to be hard. Okay, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. I can give you 8 million examples of this, but I want you to realize that the first time you start to do things, you're going to change up your way you eat. You're going to add exercise. Maybe you're going to stop falling asleep with the TV on, or maybe you're going to go for a walk when you get home from work every day. The first time you do that, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult to fit it into your schedule. It's going to be hard to get in the right mindset. It's going to be hard to find the time, but it is always, always, always worth it. I know that a lot of times my clients will, when I first start working with them, will say to me, well, it's just easy for you. You've always been this way. And that's not the case. There are so many things that I have had to totally change in my life that have made things better, but they were very, very hard at the beginning. And I'll give you like one of my number ones has been meal planning. I always said, oh, I eat healthy. I do really good with this meal planning thing. But the thing is I didn't really plan very smart. So I made sure I always had a protein bar with me. And I made sure I always had my shake ready, but I didn't really have good foods planned. I might have been ready to go to the grocery store to buy a TV dinner, or I might have been ready to stop and grab a salad at McDonald's, but I wasn't really good at meal planning. And lately, I'd say in the last year and few months, I've gotten really good at meal planning, and I've totally seen the results. But I'll tell you, when I first started doing it, it seemed impossible. Cutting up the veggies and getting the foods ready and putting all these packets together. But over time, it's just gotten easier. It's what I do. And one of the things I did this morning while I was working was I made a ton of chicken breast and a ton of brown rice. So no matter what, I've always got those meal packets ready to go. I think there's probably like 6 or 8 of them. It takes just as long to cook up 3 chicken breasts in the air fryer as it does to make 1. So make 3. You make a batch of rice, take the chicken, throw it in the containers, dump the rice in the containers, and you've got yourself a meal. And what I do then is I put them down in the freezer, and those are going to last in the freezer for 3 months at least. And I can assure you, you're going to need them before then. I'm not saying that you're going to eat chicken breast and rice for every meal between here and now to eternity. But what I am saying is that you are going to have that meal to grab. So whenever you don't plan something, or for us, like I always tell you, we're eating out of a cooler every single day. So now I can just run downstairs and I can grab one of those meals, and I've got it ready to go along with some cut up veggies, and I've got a dinner. And I didn't need to stand in front of the freezer. I didn't need to run to the grocery store. I didn't need to stop at a restaurant and grab a salad. I was able to just grab the food and go. But at first, that was hard to do. It was hard to fit the time in to make the meal plans. It was hard to think of ideas. It was hard to remember to grab the food. But now it just becomes a habit over time. And so the more and more you do these things that are hard at the beginning, the easier they are going to be. Another one for you is getting up early in the mornings. I talk about this all the time. I was not a morning person. I hated getting up in the morning. But one day I was like, I got to do this, or I'm never going to fit my workout, and I'm never going to have enough time to do all the things I want to do. So I did it. I got up and I made myself work out. And now that was like 13 years ago, and I'm still doing it. And now I call myself a morning person. It was awful at first. I had to get dragged out of bed. I was crabby. I was tired. But after a couple of weeks, I started to see what was going on. I started to see that I had more energy. I started to see that I was so happy that I got my workouts done and I got my shower done before my kids were up. Like, all that stuff made it worth the initial difficulty that was going into it. Maybe you're trying to start a new workout program and it is hard. Your body aches, the moves are hard. It's hard to find the time, but stick with it. It's going to get easier, and you're going to be so, so, so grateful that you kept on doing it, because the results are going to be so worth it. So there's a few examples I have. I'd love for you to share down in the comments. What is one thing that you want to do that you've tried before, but it's just been really hard and you haven't stuck with it because it's been so hard? Like, what is that one thing? Maybe it's a workout. Maybe it's trying veggies. At first, veggies don't go down well, but the more you eat broccoli, the more you realize you maybe kind of like the broccoli. There are a ton of different things that you can do for your health and fitness. Maybe you want to share with me something that you've wanted to do but didn't quite know how to get it started in your regimen. I'd love to chat about that as well. So let me know down in the comments and I will reach out to you and we can I respond in the comments and we can talk about how you can actually implement that into your day. There's so many other things in our lives that we do that the first time when you get a new job, your first day, your first week at work, it's hard. It's a new place. You got to find the bathroom. You got to find the kitchen. It's a new job. You've got new list of things to do. It's hard to do, but you get in the swing of things and it becomes easy. So my other quick advice on this before I sign off is don't do everything all at once. So on Monday morning, don't say, all right, this Monday, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to eat veggies. I'm going to drink water. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to hit the ground running on Monday morning, because it's going to be too much. And there's going to be too many hard things. So pick one hard thing at a time and master it. And once it gets easy, add the other hard thing again. So when I work with my challengers, we start working primarily on meal prep at first. If they're ready to work out at the time, then by all means do it. But if they're not, I tell them, pick the one thing. Let's work on your meal planning. Let's work on your food and your nutrition and get that in line. You'll have more energy. You'll be more ready to like soak in those workouts, and it'll be like something that you can easily implement and bring in that next thing. So if you are just logging on or just checking it out, or you're watching this on the replay, let me know down in the comments, what is something that's been really hard for you in the past that you really want to master, that you want to make part of your life? Some examples: meal planning, fitting in exercise, eating veggies, getting up early in the morning. For me, it's like wearing scarves. That was one of those things. Like, I have all these beautiful scarves and I love to wear them, but I never remembered them. So that was one of the things I tried to work on this winter in my wardrobe, was adding in those scarves. And so take a crack at it, but remember, it's going to be hard at first, and you're going to have to do some work on getting yourself used to doing it, because otherwise it's going to be hard and you're going to quit, and then you're never going to see the results. So always, always, always working towards those results. If you're wanting to see what the results can be for you, if you join my boot camp, I'm still taking applications for the Sugar Busting Boot Camp through the end of May. The ladies in the group so far have lost weight. They are loving meal planning. They are getting lots of ideas for different foods that they can eat, and we're making it easy. The first week was last week, and it was a little bit of a struggle for some of them, but they're already seeing how it's getting easier the more that they're doing it. So shoot me a message. I'm going to throw the link down in the comments. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, head over to my bio and you will find the link for the Sugar Busting Bootcamp application and apply. There's no obligation once you apply. Maybe you'll see if it's right for you, and we can work together on helping you meet those goals. One baby step at a time, tackling the hard stuff and making it easier. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. I look forward to chatting with you. Bye-bye.